Naturalness and simplicity are the essence of the way. The way is the most distilled, least complicated, least culturally bound, and least dependent on the opinions of any individual humans than any of the major approaches towards reality, for the simple reason that it looks beyond words and beyond concepts to nature itself for its inspiration and its guidance. And so what mind sciences is in the 21st century is an attempt to bring together our extraordinary histories in science and philosophy and in spirituality, and look at the commonalities for once, and to look at those deeply. And what I've discovered, as have many others, is that the core of every religion is the same. There is one God. He may be called Allah, he may be called Yahweh, he may be called Jehovah, he may be called Jesus, or in his physical incarnation, he may be called Krishna, but there is one God, and there is one unitary reality. And that reality, which has been known since the beginning of written time, is described in this ancient text, which precedes most religions by many centuries, if not millennia. It points out that a way can be a guide, but not a fixed path, and that the labels that we give to things are temporary, and they depend on what culture we're in or what epoch we're in. And certain things that were very, very valuable in Germany in 1938 didn't mean anything in 1942 and thereafter. And so what we're trying to do is get to those things that matter the most in living a good life by your own lights, one that you can die at peace and enjoy, after having lived a life that's better for the people around you, better for our planet, better for the environment, better for our relations with each other. And so it's simply a return to the naturalness that preceded this modern and complex world, but using all the tech and science we've got to clarify even further. As it says in the Quran, seek knowledge as far away as China, and they did. And that's speaking metaphorically and allegorically somewhat, but that's what the inclination is here. And more than anything, though, the purpose of this work is to partially undo the wreckage caused by the divorce of science and religion, or science and spirituality, or science and metaphysics, because we can't afford that kind of irrationality anymore. And so we need for scientists to grow up and get serious about the findings of their own work on the nature of reality. And we need for religionists and philosophers and spiritual folks to do the same thing. And so we need to modernize, we need to update, and we need to cut down on the discord, the unnecessary conflict between people based on the complete arbitrariness of their notion of their metaphors, or their prophets to the exclusion of everyone else. And so we'll find that many of the things that occur in the Judeo-Christian religions are also part of non-deistic traditions. And so that needs to be clarified for thinking people. And now's the time for us to pull together and try and mitigate some of the harm that was done by what we thought was the best thing on earth, the Enlightenment, in the 17th century, 18th century. Well, everything can be carried too far, and I think that's what we're witnessing now. And mind science is the hope to help humanity and each one of us navigate these difficult times and confusing times. So